So this is kind of the professional side of the spectrum of vintage microphones. Strolling into the ham radio side and
being at home, or well, not home, but
know, breaker whatnot, CD type stuff, and
domesticated mics.
Yeah, this one is an Electro Voice as well, the Slim Air model 636.
This is such a weird looking mic. It doesn't look like there's anything. It just looks like a piece of metal with little something on the end. You know, I mean, it just doesn't. If I would think by buying this I would be getting ripped off. That's all I'm gonna say, because it just doesn't look like it's very much mic.
It doesn't look pretty cool. But this one does look cool. I mean, it just looks
like
cool.
a gun, man, like a ray gun.
Electro Voice 664. It's pretty awesome. The sound of it's horrible. It's a ham radio mic, and so a lot of times it only pops up on videos. Like there's a Switchfoot video where they're all singing into it. But actually, ZZ Top took this microphone and put a different diaphragm inside, so where they can sing on them live on VH1, which is pretty cool, I think. You know, the Electro Voice 664. This is a Static. They are a very, very popular microphone company, and this is model number D104. It's got a great sound to it. It's definitely more for speech or radio instead of recording because of the. But a lot of people still use them on their ham radios.
That is crazy, man. I mean, that, you know.
Yeah, push the little buttons.
I know, that's just awesome. This is really this is pretty impressive. You know, you brought in some pretty cool stuff before, and this ranks right up there. But we got a few more things real quick that we can go over.
Let's just stroll into military there for a minute. This is kind of a good canister microphones or can mics. You're talking to them, and they have this kind of reflection around inside the can. Wah, 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 wah. That kind of helps decipher what's going on in war. And also, this is an American, of course, but it's awesome. When I got it was sealed. It's a 1961 Canadian Air Force microphone. So
retro Canadian. That was perfect Canadian.
Oh yeah, don't you know?
Yeah. Retro Canadiacana.
Yeah.
I don't know what the translation.
Retro Canada.
Canada. Retro Canuck. And we got some other things. These look like little bitty box fans.
Oh, they do, don't they?
They look like little bitty box.
So
we got little bitty box fans and Kermit the Frog's eyes going on over here.
So I mean, you know, professional, ham radio, military. Now we're going to the home ones. This was just kind of record whatever you want at home, and it's called a pillow mic. But I suppose you sit down on a pillow and play guitar. It actually doesn't have a very good sound at all. It's kind of a shame, but it's cool.
It's a good idea that was probably poorly executed or never. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they definitely have evolved since then. I have some of the more professional ones that lay down like that. But Telefunken is a really, really great company, and here's one of their mics. These would come with like reel-to-reel players back in the day, and these were both made by Shure.
Two little box fans.
Two little box fans made by Shure, but actually the Revere sounds better, and actually have the tape player, the reel-to-reel player that this goes with as well. And these are a lot of these home ones work well with harmonicas because you can get a sort of distortion feedback going on with tubes and stuff.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So those are still used for harmonicas. And this is actually a Webster, and it came with a wire recorder. And if you don't know what a wire recorder is, before reel-to-reels and tape, they would record on wire, or acetate or whatever, but little spools of wire, they magnetize it just like tape. So this is a mic for that, and I actually have the wire recorder at home. And here's a funny little guy, a little Electro Voice. You have to push the little button to get it going.
It looks like a curling iron without the iron or something,
or a hairdryer.
Or a hairdryer. It looks like a home beauty product, or not product, but tool.
And the great thing about all these mics is they give you great visuals of bizarre retro visions.
Absolutely, and I think this one, I kind of feel like, all right, the Germans have just, they've just taken Paris,
and I wouldn't doubt it if someone had actually said that through an RCA 50A.
Yeah. And it's heavy too, folks. It almost kind of looks like an award, like.
Hell yeah.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. It was just an honor to be nominated, but whatever.
I got that one at an auction, and actually a guy was walking around with it, and I looked at his number, and I went to the lady and I said, hey, number 115, there's a microphone. How much did he pay for it? And they go, $3. And so I went up to the guy with the 115 and I said, I know you paid $3 for that. I'll give you $10 for it. And he folded. You know, $7 profit right there. And then here I am on TV with it.
Sucker!
Honestly, he was kind of, because the ones that say NBC and CBS, the ones that were actually from those companies go for like $1,200, $1,300. And so this one probably not as much, but
no, but it's still cool. And you know, you said most of these basically work.
Yeah,
it's just a matter of plug.
Except for the Elvis one, I need to clean up and rewire. Everything else here works.
Well, very cool, folks. So thank you, James, for showing up and bringing this stuff on. You know, folks, we're about to wrap up this third season. I just want to remind you, you can watch current episodes of this show on the internet anytime you sneak in one at intv.me. And if you want to get a hold of me, you can get a hold of me at jscott@intv.me, or my Facebook, and that's up there too, or this guy, James at mytkind.com. You know, if you have a question or a comment or whatever, go ahead and get a hold of us, man. We are way into fan interaction. Actually, we had a request on earlier in the show. Matt Barrick threw down the Fall Guy. He wanted to see the Fall Guy intro. So I love that, you know. I mean,
I remember that.
I know. It was great. I had the lunchbox and stuff. All right, folks. We will see you next week. Yo! Calling all cars, calling all cars, calling all cars.
Breaker, breaker, one man, breaker, breaker, one man.